Sawadee-ka. Hello and welcome to ThaiLawForum YouTube channel. Today we are here at Siam Paragon at the 7th Annual Refugee Film Festival. Today we are joined by Hannah Macdonald, a UN Refugee Agency officer. Thank you so much for taking time out today to come and talk to us.
Thank you for having me.
So I just wanted to explain to us here today what the film festival has in store for us.
Okay, so this year the UN Refugee Film Festival has 6 films. So tonight on the opening night, it's the premiere of Ai Weiwei's Human Flow, which is its first screening in Thailand. Human Flow focuses on the global refugee crisis, and it tries to bring out a human story amongst the staggering numbers of 65 million displaced people.
Wow. So that's a film I actually really wanted to watch, but I heard that it's sold out. That's how popular it is.
Yes, yeah, it's already sold out. It's the only film so far that's sold out. So there's other films that you can still come to if you're interested. So the other films that we're showing, we've got Return to Homs, which is a film set in Syria about a young man. It follows a young man who was a famous football player, and he was involved in some of the peaceful protests early on, and it follows out to the full-blown Syrian war. For this year's festival, we wanted to follow the journey of refugees. So we started off with Return to Homs, which starts with the conflict itself. We also have The Zookeeper's Wife, which is it's slightly different to the other films because it's more of a blockbuster type
more
film.
Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Jessica Chastain's in it, right?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Yes, and it's a fantastic film set in the backdrop of World War II in Poland. And it's about a zookeeper's wife who they had a zoo, and when all the animals sadly perished because of the war, they actually hid Polish Jews inside the zoo.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's also a bit of historical context, because we want to show that the refugee crisis is not something new. It's been happening since, well, forever, but since World War II in particular. Yeah. We're also showing After Spring, which is set in Zaatari, which is the biggest refugee camp in Jordan, the home to over 80,000 Syrian refugees. This film follows the lives of 2 refugee families, and it really brings to light the real challenges that they face, having gone from living in houses to living in containers in this vast camp. Yeah. We also have refugees, the Eritrean Exodus, which is an American traveller follows Eritrean refugees as they journey through Ethiopia to Israel, and it's a really important movie because this is a crisis that is often undocumented. Okay. So it's something also different. We hear about Syria quite a lot in the news and the media, but the Eritrean refugees we don't hear as much from. So that's a really important one to go and see. And the final one we have is Cast from the Storm, which is slightly different to the other ones. It's about refugees who've been resettled in Australia. They're all youth, and they go to an after-school drama club where they are given the opportunity to tell their story. So that's a very special, heartwarming film.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that recap. So what do you think is the general aim behind this film festival that's held almost the 7th year running? Is that correct? Yeah.
So the film festival started in 2010, and it started really small. We just had one movie shown, and it's grown over the years. It's a really important event in our calendar because it's an opportunity for us to raise awareness about refugees in Thailand. And to give an opportunity for Thai people to connect with refugees. As I think you'll know, film is a really powerful tool to connect people, and I think on a personal level people can really feel connected to some of the stories that are told in these films.
Yep, so do you think there's a difference between the film festival held this year and the ones held last year, if you were even here last year?
I wasn't here last year, but so every year we evaluate the film festival, and each year we've just got more and more interest, and I think that in Thailand people are talking more about refugees, and this is really exciting and really important that more people are engaging. And this year, we've got this amazing movie, The Human Flow, and for us this year is amazing because we've been given permission to be to to show the premiere tonight. So that's sort of, I guess, what's different from last year.
It's a huge marketing strategy, like a huge attraction, the Ai Weiwei film.
Yeah.
And this is a free ticketed event, is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. All the films are free. We see it as educational opportunity to raise awareness and to give these often untold stories about refugees given a chance for people to hear them.
Yeah. So Hannah, what is your favorite film here at the festival?
Well, I haven't seen Human Flow yet, but I really enjoyed watching Return to Homs. It's a very special film, as it follows this young man who just shows so much strength and resilience, which we see in most refugees around the world every day, and I feel like it really reflected that.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to leave anything with our viewers here today while we recap this?
Sure. The Refugee Film Festival is really an opportunity for us to see the personal stories behind these vast numbers. At present, there's 65 million people displaced globally, and it's an unprecedented crisis. And this is an opportunity for us to connect human lives. These people, each one of the 65 million are people. They're like you, they're like me, and actually they really are like us. And I think that that's really important for people globally, in Thailand and everywhere else, to understand that we're very close to being refugees, and they're just the same as us, and it's really important that we connect that in order to engage, in order to raise awareness, and ultimately in order to find solutions to these growing crises.
Yeah, Hannah, you're absolutely right, and I do encourage anyone viewing this video to come down to Siam Paragon. It's from the 7th to the 10th of December, is that correct?
You can book for tickets. They're free, but you can book through our Facebook page, which is UNHCR Thailand, and it should be quite simple, and you can book for any of the films, and come along and bring your friends, and hopefully we'll see you.
Okay, thank you, Hannah, so much for your time today. Khop kun ka.